Small. Wow, tiny.
You are currently listening to Tiny Table,
where we explore TTRPGs you might not have heard of.
Whether big or small, we hope to cover them all.
Because we know that great things can come in tiny packages.
The streets of Galgenbeck are littered with corpses, twisted, inhuman things. A set isn't an attractive sight on a good day, and dead, they are truly distasteful. Their mottled, ropey flesh rots but never decomposes. Even the oldest skins in the darkest alleys hold their shape to warn passerby of a swiftly approaching end. There's also the living set. Probably the bigger issue here. They crawl inside basements, nest within cupboards, use dogs for target practice, and generally wreak havoc upon the hapless Galgenbeckians. More and more townsfolk appear to be afflicted with the dreaded curse of Set. And with such a large infestation of the little scoundrels, it's becoming very difficult to figure out which one to snuff, saving yourself from becoming one of them. Not to worry. For the low cost of 40 silver, local alchemist Nigel Krat has a cure. Until the price rises tomorrow anyway. And the day after that. And the day after that. My name is Julian. I'll be your game mistress this evening, and welcome to the world of MÖRK BORG. You all have been hired by Nigel Krat to act as a little bit of extra muscle around the shop. Folks have been tending to get rowdy recently, especially as demand increases in tandem with the price. Things get extra busy in the afternoon, and the one guard on duty, she's getting a little tired of being the only guard on duty. So a little extra muscle has been hired. Who is this extra muscle? Let's go around the table and introduce our characters.
Sorry, I realized my character was a bodyguard or something. Okay,
Strength, if you can call it that.
So you see carrying around his ever trusty red wagon is Qilnach of House Catla, a spindly 13-year-old boy with tattered, gross, fanciful boy clothes, a grown-out bowl cut that is now parted with a bandage over a festering eye. Qilnach is of wretched royalty, and always with him, of course, in his patented red wagon are his three monkeys, Emma, Josh, and Rachel.
His radio flyer.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Beautiful. So we've started our hiring. Hiring's tough.
Normal names for three monkeys. I was like, you hyped it up so much before we started recording. You're like, I'm not gonna tell anybody. They'll never know. And then you give me like three white suburban moms.
Josh.
No, I don't know.
Josh.
Never doubt the power of three white suburban moms.
Don't
Never
ever.
doubt the power of Josh, the suburban mom.
D&D almost fell entirely in the 70s to the power of white suburban
Three
moms.
suburban moms.
You've got to be careful about those ones.
And they're just as rabid.
So we start with a wretched little boy prince. The LinkedIn market in Galgenbeck right now is tough.
It's wanting.
It's wanting.
It's quite wanting.
Who accompanies this lost child?
Should we be doing? I kind of just hopped right into it. The name's Felban. Felban is perhaps the tallest one here, sitting at a good 5'11", never quite hit that 6 foot mark. He's a man of who has honestly a man of indeterminate age, given the bandages that wrap his face in all directions, though where they're peeling you can see that they're not the only thing peeling. Rotted skin, stinky smell. You don't want to know what's under there, babe, trust me. Probably the only person who looks suited to do this job, as he's actually got some light armor. In one hand you see, or I guess on his back it would be right now, a buckler, as well as a what looks to be like a staff or a stick of some kind that has through duct tape, rope, and maybe magic, somehow accrued and attached looks like the broken pieces of a bear trap to create a sort of somewhat spiked club, nails through the baseball bat style, as he sits there picking a booger out of his nose with his pinky and flicking it towards the very thin child. Not intentionally, but sort of haphazardly.
Mm-hmm. And let's round out which of this sordid trio.
Dressed in dank, dark furs from terrible beasts up north, a bone visor covering their eyes. They pull it down to reveal a beautiful, cherubic young woman, 17, 19, but you see in her maddening gaze age, a terrible knowledge of a life long lived, and yet a baby's face. I am Arvent Torn, and this is my donkey Grin.
Y'all both got pets. I feel cheated. I feel absolutely cheated. I didn't even have enough money to buy a rat.
No rat for you.
It's tough out here.
It's tough out here in these streets.
Maybe on payday you could get one.
We're getting paid.
We're definitely getting paid. Arvent Torn is a heretical priest and wields dark and terrible powers. They carry a hand axe, and they are not from around here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any of us are.
Yeah, none of you are. You all have in the days before this rodeo, you all had come together and have journeyed for a few days as a party after meeting in the Tveland wilds beyond Galgenbeck. Each of you bound for the city, each for your own reasons, and found it better to travel in company than to travel alone. Degrees of aloneness are measured, in this case, by human companions and not monkeys or donkeys or boogers.
I feel quite companioned.
As the boy prince with a wagon with no donkey and the heretical priest with a donkey but no wagon met up, it was a match made in heaven. And then also this person is here.
Hi. I'm here too. I also forgot to mention, I'm Skyler. I didn't say my name.
I don't think any of us
I don't think any of you did. Let's do a quick round robin for names.
I'm Holly. I'll be playing Qilnach of House Katla.
Yo, what's up? My name is Skyler, and I'm going to be playing Felban, the gutter scum.
My name is Neo. I'll be playing Arvent Torn, the heretical priest.
I'm still Julian, and I'm still the game mistress. So, where do we find this sordid trio? But standing at present out front in front of the medical shop, run by one Nagel Krat, the alchemist. Standing, or rather approaching alongside you, ready to serve here during the afternoon. This is when things really start to amp up around the shop. Is a lady you have heard of. You have heard mention of her by Nagel, but you have not seen her yet. Her visage is rather unmistakable by her sharply broken nose and the kind of grimy shovel strapped to her back as Karg, the gravedigger, appears to work her afternoon shift as the existing muscle for this store. Nagel is paying you lot 10 silver a day for your protection of the store. Your jobs are simple. Watch the storefront. Ensure no rabble-rousers rouse any rabble. Keep things calm and collected. And of course, number one, ensure that your boss Nagel is kept safe. And of course, if any set are about, make sure they don't cause any problems themselves. They like to get feisty. Okay. Karg herself approaches. She drags her shovel behind her, hoists it kind of up over one shoulder, looks around at you lot and says, "Who are you?"
I think we
My name is Skyler. I'll be playing.
I'm Qilnach. I just got hired here. I'm still in one hand carrying the wagon with my 3 monkeys in it that are seated comfortably with a mattress.
Beautiful. She kind of turns her gaze around to a lot of you and she says,
With the hired muscle.
"I'm the hired muscle."
With the extra hired muscle.
Our boss believes in days off. I think it's my first day.
She looks at you with kind of an overbearing stare and says, "No, we don't." She quickly opens the door and strides right in and closes it behind her.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to try to follow her in.
Okay.
Go
You
to the
follow
door.
her inside. You all have briefly been within the medical shop itself. This is the storefront. This is not like where the medicine is made. Nagel makes that somewhere else. The interior is, of course, primarily a storefront. Nagel doesn't do any of the alchemizing here on site, from what you're aware of. The interior smells vaguely metallic, and the shelves brim with the set curse cure, which can be found in a variety of these little stoppered bottles of various sizes. Nagel himself is currently behind the counter, and there are 2 other customers currently in the store that y'all had let in earlier after making it clear that they were to be well-behaved. Karg is currently like kind of pushing past them and speaking with Nagel in hushed tones. Nagel himself is a kind of wiry, thin man, curly hair. He wears a red apron, and he is the cleanest person you have seen in Galgenbeck.
Does anyone else think it's very weird that this woman has a goofed up nose and this guy's like the medical man?
That's just life in MÖRK BORG.
Yeah, I mean,
You have
Bad
a festering
healthcare.
eye, and he's stinky.
yeah.
I joined this job for the healthcare benefits.
I've got a festering face. I was kind of hoping to get that looked into.
Yeah, I was really, that's kind of why I took this
We're
job.
kind of like the same, you and I. We're practically twins.
No.
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like a father-son connection.
I
feel like
put
gotta
my
take care
my
of you.
chin back so much that even my bony body, I'm able to make a double chin of just like.
That's crazy. I also lost my chin. You look more like me by the second.
Karg kind of casts a look over her shoulder as you enter behind her, and you can already tell this lady does not like you. She does not like the cut of your jib, and she does not like the idea that her job is being kind of muscled in on a little bit, no pun intended. Nagel gives you a little wave over the counter as you enter, and he says, hello.
It was good crap.
You're not supposed to be inside.
Oh,
I'm struggling to like maneuver my wagon through the aisles.
I thought this was kind of like your team lead. I thought they were giving us a tour.
She's not.
All right.
Karg and I are discussing business. You really should be watching the door.
Oh, all right, cool. It's cool. And he turns to leave.
Did either of you also follow Felban inside? You said you were kind of struggling to follow with the wagon?
Yeah, I was really struggling to get the wagon through, so I didn't get super far.
Yeah. I think you're like I think you're still like at the door. This is not like a big interior. It's kind of just one room. So I think you're like at the door, kind of working out the trigonometry of the wagon.
I'm trying. I'm asking the monkeys to get out of the wagon. They're not.
They're not.
Emma, Josh, and Rachel, they're not doing that. So we're really struggling at the door.
C'est la vie.
I'm outside.
As you are outside, there is a new civilian currently approaching to the business, making their way forward. Kind of a wizened-looking older man, not shaved head, but very, very, very thinned hair. He walks with kind of a hobble, and he is still nursing, but it's not like actively bleeding. A bandaged-over wound on his side. That you can see kind of from beneath the folds in his clothing. He approaches in. You're currently the only one outside, so he kind of comes up to you and he says, is there still stock for the cure?
How much silver do you carry?
I've brought the requisite amount, the 25.
It's now 40.
It was 25 silver 3 days ago.
Prices have gone up.
This is absurd. It was 10 when I first purchased.
First, you went and got yourself set cursed again.
No, my family. My young daughter, she's something threw a rock through her bedroom window, and we need to be safe.
Wait here, please.
Yes, sir.
Arvent says nothing and pokes.
I was assuming you were wearing your your face is fully covered, right?
Yes, that's correct. Arvent is completely fine with not being revealed as a young cherubic woman in this dirty, filthy, stinky, nasty place.
You just see me like slamming the wagon and like, I'm like trying.
Yeah, at this point, I think you would have Felban would have re-exited, and you would have seen that exchange and gone like, oh, we're not going in right now.
Yeah, I'm backing it up.
Yeah, they don't want us in there right now. Private business. Oh, hey, who are you?
Oh, apologies, Messer. I'm Urgrip. I was just talking to this strapping young man over here about a possibility of considering the price as it was when I last patronized the business.
This your friend?
I have only one friend, Grin. This is a customer. Thank you, Grin.
Ouch. But I won't take that personally, I guess.
I just met you.
Yeah, Elvin, you're really making a lot of parasocial relationships with us really quick.
It's just so hard and fast. Like, I feel like you didn't even leave potential.
Right this way, sir. And I opened the door with a flourish.
I'd also like to point out that I think it's very accurate that your character would refer to a social relationship as a parasocial relationship.
Yes.
Given that you used to be a prince.
Don't remind me.
Urgrip kind of like looks through the door to Nagel as Nagel and Karg both like look out with not kind looks at this ailing old man. And he looks to the lot of you and he says, I don't know if he would be more receptive to my request if one of his employees were to vouch for me, or am I to make this inquiry myself?
It's like my first day, dude.
What's a vouch worth to you?
I only have the 25 silver on me to offer.
Oh, you ain't even got enough to. Oh, can I say shit? I'm setting a new precedent. Here we go. Shit, fam. You ain't. You don't even have the prerequisite to buy the stuff. Your odds ain't looking good.
I'll inquire myself then.
All right. Well, if you want a vouch, what's it worth to you? That's no money. What's you got? You got something cool? Like a fun marble? Or like a trained pet rat? Just to name a non-specific example.
Give me a presence check.
Sure.
See if you can convince him to part with something else.
Yeah, let's go.
I'd say this wouldn't be not a terribly high DR because he's already fairly desperate.
Alright. Oh, that's a 19 on the die. I have +2 presence for 21.
He says, You made mention of a marble. My family has an old heirloom apparel, which I'd not like to part with. But if it's
Cool, I'll
the
take
only
it.
if it's all that can be offered, then I can go home and get it for you, Messer.
Perfect. I'm gonna say, you do that. I'll talk with him. You come back with the pearl and the money, and then and we'll do what we can for you.
Thank you, Messer. Thank you. And he scurries off.
I fucking love this job.
Are you heading in to talk with Nagel about this right away, or are you waiting until this guy comes back with the stuff?
Yeah, I think I'd probably just no, actually one of my terrible traits is that I'm lazy and conflicted, so he's just gonna stand out there and was like, I'll get to it later. I'll get to it eventually.
Makes sense. A little bit of time passes. Karg eventually re-emerges from the shop, and shortly thereafter is followed out by the two of the customers who were within, who are leaving with their cures in hand. Karg comes out, gives you all kind of a begrudging look about, and says, "It's no dock and pay for me, so I suppose I'll appreciate the support. But I'm in charge around here, okay? I'm head guard over you lot. If I need something shined, you shine it. If I need something picked, you pick it. If I need something done, you do it. I work hard enough."
Making decisions sounds like too much work anyway. Fine by me.
Wonderful. As the afternoon rolls onwards, more and more townsfolk approach. Bits of interviewing and interrogating as they make their way in. Some are turned away at the door. The price increase is not something they can meet. Others try their best to haggle. Karg seems to have a pretty hard line. It's 40 or go home level of stance. She does not seem willing to entertain those who wish to have any sort of haggling done, and doesn't seem to imply that Nagel is very receptive to such requests either. About 2 hours later, Urgrip returns. You kind of see him making his way closer, and his eyes are straight on you, Felban.
Oh, my friend, welcome back. It's good to see you.
I've got it right here, Messer. He's got eyes on Karg, definitely to a degree, and he says, "If I could ask, maybe we could I'd like you to make sure that it's up to your standards before I head inside with your help."
Not for your filthy hands. And I snatch it.
You're trying to snatch the pearl out of Urgrip's hands?
I'm trying to snatch it away from Felban.
Felban doesn't have it yet.
I thought it was mid-pass.
Urgrip is currently holding onto it. Are you trying to grab it out from Urgrip's hands?
No, I say, not for your filthy hands.
Hey.
And I step in front of Felban.
Hey, I'm the one helping him out. I'm the one doing him a favor.
I show them my palm. Youth must be preserved. Let me see its value.
Give me a presence check, please.
Nat 20.
Shoot. Nat 20 for a total
Natural
of...
20! Beep, 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 beep.
For a total of...
22.
Beautiful.
Qilnach's persuaded. He's hands up. And the monkeys, hands up, all of them.
The rolling pressure of your presence cows the man, and he says, yes, sir, Messer. and opens up his palm to reveal this kind of iridescent-looking, kind of grayish-black pearl in his grip. Beautiful to gaze upon and clearly well-preserved. This could fetch a decent price from the right buyer.
Here's a better deal. Show this to Nagel and secure the cure for your daughter. And give us a cut of silver to let you through.
I like that.
Hey, Arvent, can we sidebar just briefly?
I know it was your idea, Felban, but youth must be preserved.
What does that mean?
The young and beautiful must shine like this pearl in this world of darkness. The pearl will fetch the cure. The silver is temporary.
I hear her talk about, the beauty of youth, and I kind of like tuck the hair behind my ear.
As long as there's silver lying in my pocket, I don't care if it comes from the pearl or from this man's greasy hands, whatever.
Silver can buy many pet rats.
And a pearl as nice as that could buy maybe twice as many, but I won't get
Right
into
this
it.
way, sir.
At this point, I think Karg is going to step forward as well. And she says, to be clear, are the three of you implying that this man is going to trade some shiny rock for 40 silvers worth of his daughter's life?
Mm-hmm.
She eyes the pearl, looks it over.
Nagel's a well-connected gentleman. Probably knows someone he'd buy for that, if not more.
She looks the man up and down, and she says, I'll take the silver, young man. This man is easily twice Karg's age. I'll take the silver, young man, and he'll be permitted entry.
Why do you get it?
I'm your boss.
No, you're not. Nagel's my boss.
Nagel's my boss. I'm your boss.
Oh.
I'm employee of the month.
I didn't even get a chance to be employee of the month. Listen, I know royalty, and I can't budge on that.
If you're our boss, we deserve a cut.
I mean, come on, it's a pretty good idea, right?
How would it be known? I am still flourishing my hand open for the door.
Mm-hmm. And Karg is like interposing her body in front of it currently.
Mm-hmm.
She's a big lady.
Mm-hmm.
Probably about same height as Felban, so a little taller than the other two of you. And she's got a big shovel.
Hard to reach that 6 foot.
And who was the one who suggested a split?
Me.
Yeah.
Let's have one more presence test.
That is a total of 13.
She considers for a moment and says, a cut for each of you. Sure.
Hell yeah.
How much? She counts it over. 25. 10 for me, 5 for each of you. Equitable? It's more for you lot than it is for me.
We'll take it.
All right. Each of you can add 5 silver to your inventory. She pockets the remaining 10, and she opens the
Sick.
door. Urgrip heads inside. A few minutes pass. The door opens, and a dejected-looking Urgrip walks out, pearl still in hand, and no cure in his grip.
Oh.
He looks to you all, and he says, The master within said he had no use for trinkets, he called it. Could I please have my coin back?
Didn't guarantee you anything. We just gave you entrance into speaking with the boss. If boss says no good, sorry. Already made that trade.
How fancy is this pearl?
It's pretty fancy.
For like a young boy prince.
Like you have a decent eye.
Mm-hmm.
You have a good perception of things. This could fetch more than 40 silver
Oh, I just,
in the right market.
well, I feel like I'm going to be going to those kinds of markets. I will, even though I'm in massive debt, I'm going to be like, I'll just give you 40 silver if you give me the pearl.
You will?
Yeah, I really want the pearl. I didn't really say anything because, but I really want it.
Thank you. Thank you, young man. And he
Yeah.
he extends the pearl in one hand to you. Are you giving him 40?
Yeah.
Mark off 40.
Oh, here's also what you need to know about me, Holly, is that anytime an old person is sad, I get really sad.
Felban was so content with being like, oh, bummer for you and your kids, man. Thanks for the 5 silver.
I'm gonna have Josh hold on to the pearl.
Alrighty.
You are a good boy. And Arvent sort of gently pats Qilnach's head.
It's so crazy.
Oh. Wipe.
Just a long whine.
Bits of monkey feces in there.
I sleep in the wagon.
It's the same mattress.
Same mattress.
tough to clean with 3 monkeys on it.
And I don't listen to me.
You scrub around the monkeys.
But they love you dearly.
They love me
They do
so
love
much.
you so dearly.
I think Qilnach will kind of peek in and see if our boss is now quite annoyed that we let this guy in.
Give me another presence roll. Let's see how you perceive him. Because you're peeking through the door.
That is going to be a 15.
And also an
Ooh.
agility roll. Let's see if you are able to do so unnoticed.
Oh, okay. Another 15.
Phenomenal. You cast
Gorgeous.
a surreptitious look through the door. Karg notices, but she's up 10 silver at this point, and she's fine to let you look. You look through the door, see Urgrip reapproach Nagel. They have a brief exchange. He hands over the silver. Nagel reaches under the counter and retrieves one of the bottles and hands it over with a thin-lipped smile and the unmistakable, pleasure doing business with you in his nasal high tone. Urgrip gives many bows and many thank yous upon his exit. And if Nagel is annoyed, he is doing a decent job of masking it. But he's got his money. He's happy.
Okay, sounds good.
Does he leave or?
The Urgrip, as he is leaving, gives kind of a final round of thank yous. But if unless y'all do something, he's moving pretty quick.
Hey, if for whatever reason things don't work out, if someone ends up passing, save me the teeth. Have a good day.
The teeth?
Yeah, just the teeth. Yeah, just like if something tragic happens, just let me know. Send me the teeth.
Understood, Messer. I'd like to thank you, young man, again for your generosity and to the rest of you. Goodbye. And
Yep.
he leaves.
Good luck. Don't forget them pearly whites.
I think I turn to Karg.
Hmm?
So what's causing all this disease?
The set are, you ever seen one?
No.
They're a problem. We fellas, they're, all gangly and they'll look like, whatever they were, a little bit. If you can recognize them, though, you're more perceptive than I. But if they do anything to harm you, bite you, shoot you, stab you, you might die, if you're lucky. But if you're not, if you live, you better kill it, or you'll turn into one.
That's crazy.
How long do you have to kill a set?
Some folks, it's that very night. Some folks get a few days. Nagel's cure staves it off, makes sure folks don't turn.
For how long?
Why, it's a cure. You're cured of the curse.
Oh, very well.
Seems a reasonable thing for 40 silver, but, I don't suppose, is anything being done about it?
Rat catchers and all manner of blades for hire are picking up work on it in the city, but only the really desperate at this point. I mean, rat catching's a dangerous game for anybody, but especially these. They love to shoot and run. Only gotta nick you, you know. Some say they don't even need to.
Are they all coming from one place?
It's tough to say. No one knows. Thank goodness we got a cure.
How did he make a cure?
Beats the hell out of me. I'm not an alchemist.
You said, I mean, again, only for the desperate. How much is in set killing?
A dead un nets you 20 silver on average. Just a head'll nab 5 to 7. I've heard the Kleffenheims have a pretty big bounty if you bring one in alive. I've heard they're offering 150.
Why would you want it to be alive?
Figure they're trying to study it. Reverse engineer some break from the curse.
Is that what Nagel's gone out and done?
Mum's the word on how he figured it out. Probably his old man taught him before he passed. Any other questions y'all have for Karg while you're chatting with her?
No.
Cool. The day continues to pass uneventfully. It's a cold winter. Crackling frost fills the air. It's not fun to guard outside, and as the afternoon starts to turn to evening and the crowds begin to thin, Karg kind of takes a step away and says, that's my lot for the day. How long is Nagel paying y'all to stand out here?
Oh, I wasn't given a schedule.
Have fun. And she turns and goes to leave.
Is there like a... We've been like is there like a chair or anything out there?
Nope.
Somewhere to...
I am
Cool.
sitting in my wagon.
Yeah, yeah. I think Felban joins you.
No, the monkeys swat you away.
And I think with a person and 3 monkeys in there, I think the wagon's full. It is a small wagon.
I could probably squeeze. Fine. Then he sits on the floor.
Yeah. Which of the monkeys is it that's holding the pearl right now?
Josh.
Josh and the other monkeys have been kind of tossing the pearl back and forth to each other over the course of the day. They're kind of playing with it like
That's
kids.
so cute.
Playing like kids would play with like a little fidget toy.
Which monkey is in the middle?
Josh.
Yeah. You have a seat, and as the evening winds on, Nagel kind of pops his head out of the shop. Sun's about an hour from going down, and he says, generally I close around sundown, so I'll probably keep you lot around for an hour in case we get any stragglers. Have there been any set about today?
No.
No, none we've seen.
Not even one? Quiet day. Hopefully the rat catchers are doing good work.
Do they make their way into the city often?
They're all around. You can see the corpses in the alleyways. Watch if it's a corpse, you should be careful. I'm a little surprised today has been so quiet. Oh well. At least the customers are still here.
Are we increasing prices tomorrow again?
Unfortunately, I will need to do so. My supply of horny toad runs low, so I'm needing to stretch. My supplier shouldn't be getting more for another week. Your voice is lovely, by the way. I didn't mention earlier.
Thank you. It's the royal tongue.
Are you two related?
No.
No.
What's the equivalent of an insight check?
This is a man who, every time he speaks, he sounds like he's lying because his voice is just like that.
Squints his eyes a little. Arvent, hey, psst, hey.
What?
I think they're related.
Arvent sort of takes a peer between the two, kind of shrewdly looks at Felban, looks away. Would it be possible to find these toads nearby? We can increase your supply.
If you're able to find any, that's certainly helpful. Pretty sure I've run through everything in the area. There's a bog in East Tveland that is the general source of my supply, but the regular nests have been thoroughly plucked, so I'm needing to pay folks to head further and further out.
Are these frogs just not fucking, or are the sets eating them?
I didn't even catch the first half of that question. Are they not fucking?
Yeah, like, is that why there's not a lot of frogs?
There's not a lot of frogs.
Or are they being eaten?
I suppose I'm the invasive species in this equation. I've been working my way through them. C'est la vie.
Doesn't really give them much of a chance to work their way through each other now, does it?
Yes, hence the need for the suppliers, but regardless, should be an easy wind down for the evening. What was the deal with that fellow earlier, Grippy, what's his name?
Oh, yeah, he, don't even worry about it.
No, I'm asking because I'm worried and you're my employee, so tell me.
Yeah, he came in, he didn't have enough money, he had the pearl, and we told him, don't go in there, dude, don't go in, and, you know, he really made a fuss about it, and I, as he's speaking, he's realizing that the way he's painting the situation makes them sound really bad, and he just stops speaking.
We've got some, we're just bleeding hearts, your magistrate. We couldn't see the poor bloke, and Josh over there, he points to the monkey, just really liked the stone, so we bought it off him, you know, keeping kids safe and all that. Plus, it's safer in the city if there's less of these, you know, set things, right?
True enough. I'll ask that you not do external business with the customers, or at the very least, please keep it on the quiet. I don't want people knowing that my employees are soft. Regardless, happy you found a trinket. Hope it was worth the silver. Prices should be 45 tomorrow. Oh, God, it's dead out here. I might just pack up now. There's really nobody around right now, is there?
Can I look around and see if that's true?
Yeah, it's pretty dead out. There's not a lot of... The afternoon surge definitely had a decent amount of people coming through, but there hasn't been a customer in like an hour at this point. Here, tell you what, I'm tired. I'm gonna head on home. I'm east that way, about a mile. If a customer comes, pop over my way and give me a knock. I'll come over, but I really can't be arsed to stay in there alone for another hour, so I'm backing up now.
When should we leave?
When the sun goes down.
Oh, okay.
Should one of us be escorting you home? Your princeliness.
Who's up for a little trip?
I'll attend with you?
Cool. I was just asking out of curiosity. I really didn't want to go.
Wonderful. Do you ride the donkey?
Yes,
Can I ride the donkey?
sure.
Cool.
But he might not listen to you.
Hear
I'll walk.
that?
I'll walk. Let's go. He escorts you eastward.
Oh, before we leave, one moment. And I grab I swat Felban with my little stick, which I used to swat at the ring.
Ow, jeez.
You
What?
talk a lot for someone who doesn't have a lick of intelligence.
Well, that's pretty harsh.
Keep certain things to yourself.
Me and the monkeys do the snap and the Z formation all at the same time.
Yeah, well, no, it's you're each one acts one corner of the Z.
Yes, it's
Four of you.
true.
You begin to escort Nagel in the direction of his home, heading eastward. The lot of you, Nagel locks up the shop. He takes his key on his key ring and locks up the shop. And you, he elects to not ride the donkey. And you both head eastward. And you two are staying on watch. Could I get a presence check from the two of you who are on watch presently?
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Oh my gosh, also nat 20.
What the
Holy fucking shit.
Why are
That
we
is
wasting
insane.
Why are we wasting our 20s on perception checks?
Oh
Why
my
are we
god.
using our 20s on MÖRK Borg?
I can see everything.
This is
Sorry,
beautiful.
I would like to turn to Qilnach as they're going away, and Felban kind of turns and says,
Hey, Qilnach, did you catch that?
The thing that she said to you?
Yeah, I mean, the tension was kind of palpable, right?
I turn away. What do I get with these beautiful boy eyes?
With these incredible rolls,
Well, one boy eye, one eye.
both of you are well aware. When about 20 minutes later, and you are 20 minutes into your escort, there is a kind of a shuffling sound that actually wait, no, 20 minutes.
A mile is traversed in 20 minutes.
"What? Do you just
Yeah.
know that off the top of your head?"
Because I calculated it in my mind. To understand the distance of a mile, I walked a mile and I timed it.
Whoa, that's crazy.
I have lived with you for so many years now, and I did not know that you have done this. That is dope.
Rocks.
I did it for my commute to college.
About 40 minutes later is when this goes down. So let's actually start with you. We'll get to your stuff later, but you would get there first. You escort Nagel eastwards about a mile, which is about the distance to his home, and arrive to not a house but a mill that is got a little bit of a smoke coming up the chimney at the top floor. It is a kind of conical structure. The windows are only present on the bottom floor, and they have been boarded over. The glass that was there has been shattered, and you can see kind of still the little jagged edges of it. And he looks it up and down, and he says, "There is a reason that I need more personal security, so I'd like to thank you for offering the escort. It's tough being the only learned man in a land of savages."
They attack you at your home?
They come demanding the cure. I can only manufacture so much, and only so much in a day. Frankly, I'll be up till all hours making more tonight.
Wouldn't it just be easier to eliminate the source?
It's bad for business. Well, thank you very much for the escort, and I'm sure your companions will see to it that the shop is kept safe. They're trustworthy, right? The bandaged one seems like that.
Simple but loyal.
I like them that way. What's the donkey's name?
Grin.
That is just delightful. Grin, you are just wonderful. All right, I'm going to bed now. Good night. And he opens the door, quickly heads inside, closes it, and leaves you there alone.
I think Arvent is a little suspicious of Nagel, and the fact that he keeps increasing the price and profiting off of this set problem, I have a suspicion that he's not giving me the whole picture. I'm gonna take just a little quick look around the mill. I'm particularly interested in potential, footprints of set.
Okay, give me a presence roll, please.
That is a 7.
A 7. Looking around the exterior, it is, it's all dirt in all directions, and it is kind of frosty at this point, but not actively snowing. The ground itself is just rigid enough with the frost that it's not taking footprints that are gonna stay as readily. They're more susceptible to the wind and the like. So with this kind of quick look around, nothing is revealed to you to your eyes.
Okay. Come along, Grin. Let's see how the children are holding up.
Grin does seem notably agitated, I will say, here near the mill.
What's up, boy?
And it kind of it is excited to leave. It is motioning away from the mill, it wants to get out of here.
I agree. This is a dark place. Let us go.
You make your way back, and while you are traveling, are you doing any additional looking out or?
Yeah, I'm gonna just have my, I'm alone right now aside from Grin, so I'm gonna keep my peepers peeled for any set or otherwise.
One more presence check then, please.
That's gonna be a 19.
19.
Good roll so far.
I'm gonna say that I'm aided by holding my mirror sort of as I ride, so I can keep an eye on behind me.
On your behind. Cool. About 10 minutes into your ride back, so you're about halfway back. You hear a kind of rustling sound coming from behind you. With the mirror, you flash a glance and see that scurrying kind of from zigzagging between alleyways. You're going down more of an open avenue, and this thing is back and forth between alleyways, trying not to be seen. A small kind of hunched over figure, gray, ropey skin, matted hair, and the flash of jagged teeth. The only color in its form, 2 small, smoldering white eyes with just the faintest hint of the yellow of the moon. This little fiendish creature continues its scrabbling. It's moving quite rapidly. Is there anything you want to do? It seems aware of you. It's got eyes on you to make sure it's not seen by you. You're the one who would see it. But with that eye of presence roll, I will say it's close enough that with with its agility, it could start to close in on you. And it is already looking to kind of make its way for avenues, not to attack you, but to pass you.
Okay, well, I definitely don't want to get in its path. So I will just speed up. I'm just gonna outpace it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna... Come along, Grim.
You kip up into a canter, and it continues to follow behind you, but you are able to keep... well, these things are pretty agile. Let's see if you can keep ahead of it. Give me an agility roll for your donkey, so just a flat roll.
That's an 18.
Holy cow,
Man.
you're lucky.
Grin's hauling ass.
Yeah.
Grin is
You go into a gallop and are able to outpace the set. You arrive back in only 5 minutes from where you're at, and coming in, you see the incoming friend, and you see well far away with your respective natural 20s on your presence checks. You also see the set kind of zigzagging its way in. It is trying its best as it's nearing in to be stealthy and hidden, but you see it kind of out from the last moments of sunlight as it flits between buildings trying to close in on your location.
I don't want to give away that we've noticed it, but I would love to. He kind of like, I think Felban's going to try to slyly shift the buckler off of his back as well as his staff to kind of like hold in one hand, maybe behind his back, or at least get the buckler and maybe get his sling ready as he like, is there a rock on the ground? I know I have some rocks.
Totes.
Gorgeous. Picks up a rock off the ground and wants to kind of slyly prepare. I don't know. The closest thing I know is like to prepare an attack action or something.
You're getting ready for the possibility of violence.
Yeah. Is getting ready for like, oh, like that's one of the little fuckers now. Let's go.
Qilnach is just going tee-hee, 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 as he's doing his little boyish giggle of nervousness.
Love it. Are you, in terms of material preparation, are you like getting any weaponry in hand? Are you?
Well, one of my flaws is that I giggle insanely at the worst possible time, which makes me think that I'm overcome with the giggles.
Could you give me an in Felban voice giggle?
I'm sorry, in Qilnach voice?
In Qilnach, my bad.
Tee, 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 tee.
Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, that is great. Are you similarly shielding up?
Yeah, I think I'm announcing, it approaches! It approaches!
Oh my god, is that how you yell? What? Tee, tee.
As you all come together, you're still in the wagon?
Yeah.
Cool. You're seated in the wagon. Felban is standing. Arvent, thank you. Arvent is staying on the donkey.
I think Arvent will dismount and dismiss the donkey.
All right, donkey moves out to a safe distance. The set narrows in, gets to the point where it can tell that like it lacks the element of surprise. It brings 2 long, bony fingers to its lips and issues forth a sharp, piercing whistle as the set breaks into a sprint, no longer hiding in alleyways. This creature pulls from behind its back a long and jagged knife and is not alone, as other set emerge from around corners in due time, down alleyways that they had been pestering others within, as a small group of these set prepare to descend on the hapless heroes who guard the medical shop door. And that is where we shall rejoin at the start of the next episode. We'll see you all next time on Tiny Table.
We're being beset.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good.
Hi, and thank you for listening to our podcast. We hope you enjoyed the episode, and if you could leave a review, that would be amazing. If you have an idea for a TTRPG we should play, feel free to email us at tinytablebusiness@gmail.com. And while you're at it, follow us on our socials to see art from the episode, updates, and any other goofs and gaffes we may come up with. Our full list of socials is in the episode description. See you later.